With less than 1 year to the 2022 election, all focus will be on political parties. Now, as we speak, an audit by the Registrar of Political Parties has established that there are 74 registered parties, fully registered that is, with 8 parties awaiting full registration, while 22 have provisional registration. Now, what you'll also find interesting is that there are 53 more parties in the stages of early registration. On the flip side, of the 74 that are fully registered and operational, 8 risk deregistration for various reasons. And we now want to find out more from the Registrar of Political Parties, Anne Derito, who's joining us live from Mombasa. Madam Registrar, thank you so much for your time this evening. I trust that you can hear me. I want to first understand from you
Yes.
What we are seeing as an explosion in the registration of parties with the election 11 months and about 29 days away. This is very peculiar.
Yes, Wahiga.
Yes, I can hear you. Please proceed.
I think one of the reasons is that because every time there's an election, there's always a realignment and people thinking that political interests are changing, and therefore they always look for a way to reorganize themselves and associate differently.
Okay, some would ask, do we need all these? We already have 74, and maybe it's not in your power to say no if the parties have followed the laid out process, but nevertheless, what does it say about our democracy?
One, the right to association and right to register political parties are guaranteed in Article 8 of the Constitution, and also Article 91, which requires and demands how a political party should look like. Once individuals or groups meet that requirement, then those are guaranteed right. Then they have a right to register. However, the rule must be followed to the letter to ensure that the Political Parties Act is complied with, and therefore you cannot really deny the right to registration, but the law must be followed.
Okay.
Whether we need all those political parties, I think it's a question of that right that is guaranteed. But on the other hand, I think we should continue developing and institutionalizing political parties that are already registered, and continue encouraging the ones that are registering to come in when they have a mind of institutionalizing, so that parties become the institutions that are meant to be in the Constitution and also in the Political Parties Act.
Okay.
I still don't think that 74 are very many comparing with other jurisdictions. And I think it's, but we need to follow the law as we register political parties.
Okay. Some feel 74 are too many, but maybe it's a matter of personal opinion. You've brought up the issue of the Political Parties Act, and that's where I want to briefly take you to. At what point do you intend to invoke provisions of the Political Parties Act to restore order in our current political environment? This is the situation this evening. We have opposition leaders who have expressed allegiance to the party in government. We have leaders elected on the ticket of the party in government whose allegiance has shifted to new or other political parties. Have they not contravened the Political Parties Act?
As far as we are seeing what is happening in the political scene, and the different pronouncements by individuals belonging to different political parties, the role of calling parties to order belong to the political parties members to order belong to the political party itself. Because as far as there's nothing that has been filed to our office officially to say a member have decamped from one party to another, then you cannot say that that member, apart from the pronouncement, and those pronouncements, we actually usually say that parties are supposed to be loyal to the ideological disposition that they have put across, and members of political parties are supposed to be loyal to the political parties they belong, and the ones that took them to parliament. However, should there be members that are behaving differently, then the onus is with the political party to call its members to order. Members belong to the political party, not to the Registrar of Political Party. In the Constitution and also in the Political Parties Act, there's a process called dimming. And that dimming is expected to be done by the party.
Okay.
That a person who is promoting ideologies of another party is deemed to have resigned. The dimming process is what we intend to clarify in law so that we guide how the dimming process should be. But as the law stands now, it is the party that should deem its member to have resigned and then file the same with the Office of Registrar of Political Parties.
Madam Registrar, is that ideal? Do you wish you had more powers to be able to crack the whip? Because clearly political parties are not doing what you're saying they should do. Because some have termed your body as one that barks a lot but doesn't bite. And so politicians can walk around moving from one party to the other without fear.
You can only bite to the extent that the law provides. So as we start now, you cannot do what the law does not provide, that your office should do. And that is how the law is crafted as we start today. If the registrar is given power to be able to bite the members of a political party, then that should be. But members, as we speak now, belong to a political party, and registrar of political parties deal with the officials of a political party. And the only thing you can do is remind the political party to de-whip or whip their members to order.
Okay, my final question to you is actually from a viewer. Robert is saying, please ask the registrar how her team plans to sort out the issue of people being registered into political parties without their knowledge as we get closer to the election. I think I saw an update on that. I can give you a chance to briefly clarify. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. I think that's a very important question to us, especially because when we briefly opened the register of membership of political parties, there were complaints and concerns coming from Kenyans. We promised Kenyans that we shall corroborate and talk with political parties and engage them on the way forward. And a week ago or so, we engaged the Secretary Generals of political parties and then also the Political Parties Liaison Committee. And one of the resolutions that we agreed together with the party is that we shall create a system still under the e-citizen platform where members and Kenyans who find themselves in a political party that they do not wish to continue to be members are able to resign online and opt out of the party and then join the party of their choice. So that is what we intend to do, and so that we can, members, Kenyans are able to inspect the register of political party membership, and then they opt out and join other political parties of their choice. But this is not a call to tell Kenyans to resign from political parties or leave political parties. We still insist that Kenyans need to support political parties. Political parties need a lot of support from Kenyans through Kenyans joining and becoming members of political parties so that parties become strong. And then they are able to promote their ideologies through their membership.
Okay, we'll be out of time, but I must ask, when will this option be available? Are you talking about a month, 6 months? When will that be available?
One of the things that is affecting us is a lack of adequate funds, which we are still engaging the National Treasury, and I know they are going to provide funds so that we are able to complete that process. But funds being available, that's the thing we want to do within the next 2 months. Within the next few months. Thank you so much. And Derito, there, Registrar of Political Parties, just letting us know a little bit about what's happening within her docket as we count down to the 2022 general elections. And we'll continue engaging her on this program in our subsequent broadcasts.